Hi Cappy, welcome to another reading here for you. This is a general reading, so please take only the messages that you resonate with and leave the rest for the others. I will take for you messages from the past, and they will come with the purpose of helping you understand past events into your life better, hopefully bring you a new perspective and give you something to think about. Messages from the current come with the purpose of helping you navigate current situations into your life so you can make the best decisions for the future and move with much more ease. And messages from the future do not come in chronological order. That's why I always recommend to listen to the reading at least twice a month until I will upload the next reading, but they do come with the purpose of helping you and prepare for possible upcoming events into your life so you can know how to respond rather than to react. This reading is for you, but not necessarily just about you, so please adjust and attach the energies to people and situations as you resonate with. Second attempt to do your reading. I couldn't find the mic yesterday, and I said, well, whatever, I'll just start doing the readings because I feel called to do them and I don't want to, stall anymore. But I couldn't do yours. I got to minute 20. I deleted the reading. I felt like I should delete it, so there will not be a part 2 to your reading. However, I felt like you want your voice to be heard clearly because you don't have nothing to hide. You have nothing to hide. So I would advise you to pay attention to everything that happens in this reading because I have a feeling they will have a deeper message than what's seen at the surface. So let's get into it. I said Scorpio. Recent past messages for Scorpio. So should we do for Scorpio, or you should watch Scorpio reading too? If in the past you could not speak because you were pressured or you were afraid of how, not the consequences or the ripple effect that will cause, but because of how others may push you away, I feel like in the current you don't have that anymore. So I do see in the current you may be choosing to take action and move forward, and maybe that's why right now you also have this I want to say courage, because courage comes from the heart to speak because you don't have anything to hide. You have nothing to hide, and it's like you don't care what others will do, you care about your voice being heard. And I do see in the recent past that you also removed yourself from some situations. You stood step aside from some situations of conflict in which you came out pretty badly, or just environments where maybe you didn't feel like you belong, or in my opinion you belong everywhere, but people in societies and environments make it hard for some individuals to exist. So I see you stepping away from those kind of places. Maybe you were new in a new neighborhood or in a new workplace or in a new course of sorts. You've been to some places that reminded you a little bit of who the heck you are, or maybe at the same time it was a person that reminded you who the heck you are. This is a random encounter that you had with a person. Doesn't necessarily has to be familiar to you, but I get a feeling that this is someone that you know, and something happened between you and them, or they saw you going through a situation. They saw you going through a situation a long time ago, and now you got to meet that person again, and this person said something to you, or you saw them doing something, or by simply encountering this person you remembered who the heck you are. It kind of gave you clarity or helped you understand some things from your past that you could not move away from or step aside from, or move forward. For you, I feel like in the recent past, in many ways, it wanted to change. For you, in the recent past, you stopped repeating specific patterns. you stop repeating specific patterns. And maybe this Mercury retrograde and these upcoming retrogrades, Pluto retrograde, all these retrogrades have been bringing to surface a lot for you, to be honest, a lot for you. Maybe one thing you had to remember is like what really makes you happy, what really makes you happy, and that's like who the heck you are. You probably want to talk with someone as well. For some of you, I see this, starting to understand a bit your psyche, your subconscious, working with that, understanding where some things are coming from. Scorpio wants to be read, but it's not their turn, so they have to wait. It's like a follow-up to what I've said so far. You reevaluated a bit your values, your principles, your ethic, and you started to move forward in different ways. And maybe you started to apply more than anything a lot of things that you learned so far. For some of you, you had a period that you spent alone, and in that alone in the sense, okay, let me put it like, you can be alone, fully alone, for like, let's say you've done a retreat somewhere in the forest and you went camping alone for like a month or something, and you had no contact with humankind. For some of you, this being alone means like you left alone from home, but on your journey you met individuals that had a high impact on you, and they helped you see and understand things differently. And this is like not recent, but what's happening recently in the recent past is that you started to apply the things that you learned from those experiences, and you started to apply things that you learned through maybe life philosophies, reading stuff, experiencing things, and you started to apply the new thinking that you grew into it, right? And it looks really good. It looks really good. I feel like maybe you became a bit more, it's not like you're now, Capricorns usually are very pragmatic and they evaluate things from many perspectives, but in some cases maybe you understood you've been dogmatized, and now you're starting to use a bit more critical thinking and evaluating things and more data to support your thinking. And maybe even the data that you get, the researches and the studies that you read, you question them. And this is something I will always advise people: walk the path of spirituality alone and question every single time before you start to think about something and make a decision. Question even the thoughts you have from where they came from. I'm happy to see this for you. It's a bit different vibe from yesterday. In the current, I see for you romantic feelings flourishing between you and an individual that they do align with where you are in life. You and another individual, you align perfectly. And it's interesting because I guess I'm kind of similar with Sage. Are you with a Sage right now? Are you talking to a Sage right now? But yeah, it's someone that they are at the same stage in life, meaning they want a steady long-term relationship. The feelings are mutual. You both think about the same way. You both look at each other and understand like, this is someone that I want to give it a shot and invest in this relationship. One side is like, okay, I'm gonna take this leap of faith, because for some of you, one of the person is coming from a background that requires from them a leap of faith, and the other person comes from a background where they're like, I'm ready to fall in love, or I'm falling in love, or I'm looking for someone that, or I wish to meet someone with whom I can build something. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter from which directions you come, the goal is mutual. You are aiming at the same thing. It showed at the bottom of the deck in the current some issues, maybe family issues, or maybe you got some bad news, like maybe some issues with some family members. This could be like a chunk of issues, like a bundle of issues. Maybe you have some family issues, maybe you got some news that someone is sick. Financially wise, you could have some issues in that sense too. Maybe you got a, like a big bill to pay. It showed at the bottom of the deck. I wasn't sure what is about it, but it looks like there are a lot of things that are going on in the current, and maybe what I said previously that's going on in the current, romantically wise, it's something that is a fresh breath of air for you. I see, or maybe this talks about other people in your life. This is not necessarily about you. Other people in your life have financial issues. Other people in your life are in need of guidance. They need clarity. They need help. And maybe you're the piler for everybody here, trying to help everybody to, navigate their life situations. You're reliable for many people. Not all Capricorns are, but if you're a sun, moon, and rising, these are general characteristics. But I do see here, maybe you're also like overwhelmed with how much information comes to you and how many things you have to do. Maybe simply communicating, socializing can be really exhausting. Like, you probably are in a place where you need your time alone just to charge. Take that time alone to charge. Don't feel guilty for taking time alone to charge. You don't need to socialize all the time. You can be alone, and it's absolutely fine. And people should understand that. People in your surroundings should understand that you don't have to constantly socialize. Maybe you need your time alone to charge. I feel you. You often hear, Sagittariuses are very sociable and all that. I am. I need my own time. You'd be surprised. I can go weeks without talking with nobody because I just simply need it. And I enjoy it. You have to give some important information forward. Don't forget to give it. That's another message for you. It's funny because I don't feel overwhelmed with the amount of cards that I'm getting, and I used to get overwhelmed, but now I don't get overwhelmed. And maybe that's also something for you, like they're, practice makes progress. Romantically wise, I see you want to build things. You build relationships. You build connections. You build romance because you want to maintain it as well. And you have a way of navigating relationships overall, and the things that you love, and you invest your time in it, that they bring you so much satisfaction and so much reward. And I feel like because you have been doing this for quite some time now, even for some of you it's more than 1 year, 2 years even, you've been doing something and you've been enjoying doing that, you're going to be blessed with rewards. For some of you, this reward can show up in a 1 week getaway, and that's going to be really, really fun for you. I also do see that you're being advised to keep the flame on. Find the ways to maintain and keep the flame on. That could talk about romance. That could talk about in your projects, in your work that you're doing. Look forward for the out of the box kind of thinking, and look forward for the new. If you continue to do things with the same passion that you've been doing them for the past year or 2 years, you will receive rewards. And Saturn, your ruler, is going retrograde, so expect for some really nice things to come your way. I didn't show you the cards. Me so sorry, I'm showing you what I have in my hand, so I don't pick them up. But I do have Judgment, Two of Cups, Strength card. For some of you, this also talks about, hey, the things that you have right now in your life and they give you joy, like the relationship, go for it, build it slowly, date, enjoy your business, your projects, go for it, invest, grow. Looks good. I'm getting into the same vibe I had in the last reading, which was really nice. It's in near future for you, Cappy. Romantically wise, things look really good. You and the person you are moving forward with and you choose to move forward with, you have a lot in common with this person, and you know, you have a beautiful way of finding balance. You might come from kind of different backgrounds, not just, you know, family wise, relationship wise, but it could be culturally wise. You come from different backgrounds, but I see that you will have a beautiful way of navigating challenges together, and you can build together. I feel like for some of you, you know what you want. You probably are wondering, is this person wanting the same thing? And this is a process for you and the person you're connecting with to allow them to understand what they really want. You don't have to prove yourself in any way. I do see like things are looking really well for you here. Again, I forgot to show you the cards. Slow and steady wins the race. For you, I don't see slow, I see steady. I see, you know, aware. I see consistency. I see, you know, having exciting things going on at the same time. I see like this is going to move forward easy. It's not going to be like any other relationship you had before. If this is a past relationship, it's going to move forward very, very differently, and the passion between you and this person is going to be different. Yeah, maybe you're aligning yourself even in terms of, you know, future, like how you see the future to unfold. You're getting more aligned, you're having more empathy and compassion for each other. In the near future, this relationship seems to evolve beautifully, because could be you and this person have already some background, or the background that you come from separately gives you this empathy and compassion to fully understand one another. Like, you don't need to have same background to understand the person, but you can empathize. You can understand and empathize with the person, you know. And sometimes even the things you don't understand, you can still have the ability to be there for that person. Some of you will get married in the near future, or you will talk about this. You will have a serious conversation about marriage, about children, about how you wish to move forward in life. You will fully decide to commit to another. You will fully decide that this is something that you want to truly invest in, and it could come because something in the family will happen that will make you both realize that, you know, it's not worth it in this lifetime to spend so much time trying to see which grass is greener. Like, even if you would be a golf player, you will not constantly try to seek which grass is greener. Football player, because it's, you know, the World Cup just ended, so you're like, nah. And I open the deck and I see the High Priestess, and I had the Hierophant. I saw the Hierophant. Where did I see the Hierophant? Oh my god, this is the King of Cups. It's not the Hierophant. Where did I see the Hierophant? Doesn't matter where did I see the Hierophant. That's the goal. That's the main goal. Yeah, for some of you this talks about children communication. Do you want to have children? How you're going to move forward with this? Be careful not to fantasize something that is not real, because, you know, seeing the Hierophant when this is a King of Cups, that could talk for some of you. So make sure that you're clear out any illusions or fantasies, or, you know, idolization, so that you can move forward with clarity. Like, you don't want to step into a situation and invest and commit to something that is not real. Maybe this also talks about you and another individual having conversations about the unpleasant conversations, the uncomfortable conversations that every relationship must have it, being friendship, romantic, family, even business. Like, you need to talk about the elephant in the room. And I see, like, for you, you will talk about the elephant in the room. That will be one thing that you and the person you want to build a future with, or this could be a business partner, this could be even with yourself. You're going to be radically honest with yourself. What do you really want to do? Where did you lied to yourself? Where did you both lie to each other? For you, this reading is very much focused on romance, connections, not just love, connections overall. It's also related to spirituality, your views upon, you know, life philosophies, spirituality, principles, values, and you're moving forward with a lot of grace. It's beautiful. Like things unfold in a beautiful way for you here. You might also meet people with whom you can build a very beautiful long-term relationship, not just romantic. Like, relationships are not just romantic, my friends. Okay? For some of you, you will be tested. You will be tested really, really, really strong by the universe to see how loyal and committed the things that you're trying to step into they are. So you're going to get a temptation, and they will appear in the form of a person. It could be a woman, and this is bad news. This is really, really bad news. This could be a past partner, someone that you've been together for quite some time, or someone that you had a collaboration of sorts. This could be even a family member. Someone will try to come into your life and cause chaos in the near future. The advice: cut this person from your life fully. Going no contact, even with family members, sometimes is needed. It's medicine. It's what you need to do, no matter how hard it is, in order for your life to move forward with much more peace. In much more peace. For you to be able to create things in your life, for you to be able to build in your life. You have someone that is not, you have someone that is going to try to harm you. In what way? I don't know. This could be financial. If you have a baby mama, they will try to hurt you through the children. If you have a business partner and you've been a bit, you know, like, I'm not sure if I should continue business with this person, yeah, that could be one. You might be tempted to start a business with someone that your intuition will tell you from the beginning, don't. So if you have this, then just don't. Then just don't. You are gonna get into legal procedures with this person just for you to get your peace back. But yeah, Cappy, this is what I have for you. Hopefully it helps. I have some news to say myself. I started to provide also astrological readings. I've been taking some courses to, you know, get better at offering astrological readings as well. And same as this is a general reading, and if you want a private one, you can contact me privately on the email address on my channel description, info.kazavers@gmail.com. I'll let you know how it works, and I can also offer you more information about astrological readings. I use the whole sign system, and I learned some really cool techniques this spring that I'm really excited to use them, and I've been using them in some private readings, and I got really good feedback. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you as well if you want an astrological reading, not just a tarot reading. But for now, this is your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.